Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Former White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany may no longer be part of Donald Trump's formal administration, but the Fox News host is still on his side, swinging from the disco balls. Yeah, fam. Look, this woman's take on Melania, the documentary about the First Lady, is, let's just say, unbelievable, fam. This is what she said on Fox News. She stated that her mother went to see the movie, claiming not only was the theater packed, it was standing room only if you could sneak into the back of the theater. People were cheering through it. They were excited. That's the first time I've ever heard something like that. All of the reports that I've gotten were that the movie was a flop. Everywhere, in every city, every state, every country. In fact, in South Africa, they pulled the movie from theaters altogether because they hadn't sold one ticket. I ain't got no problem with that. That's for being on code. For them not to sell one ticket, that meant the people were on code in South Africa for that particular issue. They were on code. Yeah, she didn't sell one ticket in South Africa. And in many theaters all throughout the states, she didn't sell tickets. There was many theaters that were totally empty. And some of the ones that did have people, there was one journalist who reported that he saw a few people in a theater, but everybody was sitting along and he was trying to figure out what the deal was. Come to find out, all of these people were journalists just doing their job so they can go back and give a review. That's it. The movie was a total flop. They said that it made $7 million, more money than any documentary has done in the first week in the last 10 years. I totally don't believe that because they lie about everything. They tell lies when they know that the truth has already been revealed. They will still lie. It's like the truth don't even matter to them. Anyone, look, she said it was standing room only. Anyone who has ever been to a theater, even to a hyped up film for its first showing, on the night that it premieres, knows that you can tell the difference and you can confidently say that ain't no such thing as standing room only at a theater for a film that's running 104 minutes. Now, Kayleigh, she could have just been honest and said that the movie was sold out, which likely would not have caused the derision on social media from so many people. But for whatever reason, she had to be hyperbolic. She had to go there. She had to be as hyperbolic as possible. Why? Knowing we know the truth. This is why now, fam, I thought I used to question everything. And I used to give the benefit of doubt. That's over. Everything I hear now, I'm like, is that really the truth? Or I'm like, she lying. Just like when she was, Kayleigh was talking, when she was bragging about, just raving about the Melania film, just lying, knowing she lying. She knows she lying, but telling the lie anyway. To the world. It ain't like she was telling a lie to a few people who may not have heard about the film or hadn't seen it. She lying to all of the world. She knows she lying and sat there and lied anyway. So imagine if they're lying like this, if they're lying about things that are obviously things that are obvious, imagine the lies they're telling when they're trying to be secretive. Ooh, man. Ooh, wee, fam. Ooh, wee. Got to think about that one, don't you? Yeah, got to think about that one. This chick, she claimed that the theater was standing room only, knowing damn well ain't no damn standing room only at no damn theaters. Everybody get a seat. And you got to sit down. They estimated $7 million in sales. In fact, they didn't even estimate. They said it was $7 million. Huh. They almost beat the Avengers Endgame, $357 million. Boy, 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 boy. Do they realize how embarrassing this is? Do they realize? How do they lie like that and look in the mirror? How do they lie like that and look at their children, their spouses? How do they lie like that? Like, you would have to not have a conscience to lie like that. And more and more I hear these people talk, the more and more I realize that many of them do not have a conscience. When you think about the atrocities of slavery and Jim Crow and just hundreds of years of subjugation and oppression, colonization, the things that they did that was so wicked, you would have to not have a conscience to do things like that. To feed babies to alligators, babies, to stomp babies out of mothers' wombs, to tie a mother by all four limbs to 4 different horses and hit the horses and make them run in different directions. And then stomp the baby out of her belly. This is the stuff they did. This is just one thing. You got to not have a conscience. And I don't even have to go that far back, fam, to just allow these people to put the chemicals that they allow into our food supply and our food and our water supply, knowing that it's going to kill us. To allow them to set up shop with factories that are going to release airborne chemicals that they know are going to kill us. It's diabolical. To have organs that are to be sent to a particular hospital facility meant for people who are patients at that hospital, who are on the waiting list for organs, and to have those organs and to tell those people that they don't have a fit for them. They reject the organ and send that organ to another hospital that is more affluent, that has more affluent patients. That's diabolical. You cannot have a conscience. So the more and more that I realize, that I see that how they operate, I realize the level of wickedness. And if you want to destroy them, you're going to have to one up their wickedness. You're going to have to get used to that. Because the reason why they've been able to do what they've been able to do for so long is because people who consider themselves to be good will not stoop that low. But they do not understand you have to, in order to get down and get into, scoop this monster up to deal with this monster, you got to go low. You got to go as low as possible and be okay with that. These lies are next level, fam. These lies are the type of lies that cause irreparable damage. This woman just flat out lied. If anything, they had to lock the doors to keep people inside of the arena, inside of the theater, because people were trying to get the hell out. If somebody accidentally bought a ticket, or accidentally walked into the theater, they had to lock the doors to keep them in there. Nobody wanted to watch it. I think if Trump was being honest, because people like to, praise him for his honesty, but he has selective honesty, right? Because he likes to lie when he has to lie when it's convenient. But when he wants to be honest, he can be brutally honest. And I bet you if he was brutally honest, I bet you he'd tell Melania, the documentary was horrible. I told you not to put it out. I told you not to put it out. Trump the type of dude that'll come back and tell, when he get into an argument with Melania, Trump the type of dude that'll be like, you know what? My documentary did better than yours. That's one thing for sure. You can say what you want to say, but I did bigger numbers. It was huge. The turnout was huge. Patel came, Kristi Noem came. Everybody came to see me. Nobody came to see you, Melania. I wonder why. Got to get Godfrey to just step in real quick for these type of moments. I wonder why. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.